Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on collecting and graphing data. Data in the form of numbers, for example, can be collected, put in a table and graphed. And we saw a little example of this in the last video. Tables and graphs present data in useful ways. Information can be gained from this approach and important conclusions can be made. Example 1. 40 students were surveyed with respect to their favourite fruits. The results were as follows. So after the survey was taken, organise the fruits in the form of a table there, the tally marks to help us keep track, and the final numbers. This graph can be drawn. We can see here, for example, that 9 is the highest number. So on this axis here, on this line, we can just go from 1 to 10. We put the names of all the fruits down there, and away we go. If you go here, for example, for oranges, see that one there? You can see that oranges were 8, and that's where 8 is. 6, 7, 8. Apples, over here, apples were 9, and that's 9, and so forth for all the fruits. We can now make conclusions. Apples and pears were the most popular because they were the highest. Grapes were the least popular, the lowest, and oranges were highly popular because they're pretty high, they're up here. Example 2. The above table shows the type of vehicles that drove into the car park during an interval of 10 minutes. So they're the 6 different types of vehicles. That's how we kept track of them, and there are the final numbers. The information in the table can be presented as follows. There are the 6 types of cars, and here are the graphs here in the form of bars, and they can go across horizontally. Some graphs go vertically, this one can go horizontally. Here are the numbers on that axis, very straightforward. And we can make these conclusions. More Toyotas entered the car park than any other vehicle, because that column there, or that bar, is the longest. Audis were the least number in the car park. Of course, that column there is the smallest, or that bar. Mazdas and Jeeps had equal numbers, because Mazdas and Jeeps had the same length. So you can see when something's organised, you can make some useful conclusions, because it's easily seen what is happening. Example 3. The total bikes sold today. So here we have 5 different types of bikes. That's how we collected the tallies to make sure we didn't miss any, and these are the final numbers. So the above table shows the number of bikes sold on a particular day. The information in the table can be presented as follows. Here are the 5 bikes. Here are the columns on the particular numbers from the graph. So 10 was the highest, so we can go up to 10. Okay, so that'll cover everything. And there we go. All the columns are beautifully done with their correct numbers. And these are some conclusions we can make. Mountain bikes were by far the most popular. By far means that's so much longer than any of the others. The Tourer attracted no buyers. Most interesting why that didn't attract any buyers. We can make guesses if you like. And the outdoor bike was the second most popular. Of course, that had the second highest column. So the beauty of collecting data and putting it into a table and then a graph, it's easy to see what's happening and you can make conclusions.